Hey guys, ever watched a low FPS clip and thought it could look way better if it was smoother and more cinematic? So in this video I'm teaching After Effects, Topaz, Flowframes and even a hidden tool to see which one gives the best FPS boost. And before we get into it, thank you so much for 900k subscribers. Okay, let's have a look on this. As you guys can see. Okay, let's start with After Effects. So let's suppose we have an edit like this with the intro and beats clips. I just put a random pre-comps and this is the intro we have. So we're just gonna test on that first from After Effects. So we're gonna use frame blending for that. So how can we do that? Let's start. For that we have to select the clip and do a little cut and pre-compose to change its FPS inside. Look, the main composition is 60 FPS right here. If we go inside, it's gonna be 60. And if we do without like a cut, and if we do like this, it's gonna be like 23.976 original FPS, by the way. So what we're gonna do, we're just gonna do a cut and pre-compose. Yeah, like this, and hit OK. Then gonna go inside and we were gonna turn on the frame blending and motion blur as well, like this. And now it's gonna render in 60 FPS now, but yeah, but for that your composition needs to be 60 FPS, just like that. Now we're gonna hit OK and we will just gonna see how it looks. Now it's rendering in 60 FPS and look at that, it's so smooth, but there's a problem in it. Can you see that? Yeah, you might face some glitches while using frame blending, just like this one. To fix that, we're just gonna do a cut from here, or from where it's starting, and like we're just gonna go there where it's ending, and we're just gonna disable the effect on it. And the same process we're gonna have to apply on other clips as well, just like that. And yeah, that's it. Okay, so now frame blending part is done. So we're just gonna see how it looks. It's way more smoother, but there's a problem. Meanwhile, there's a scene where we might face some warps. I can show you. Can you see that? Like on the grass, on the ground, there are warps. So let's move it on to the next step, which is like the next step. It's okay. For that, we're just gonna have to pre-compose. Okay. And then it's in original FPS. To make it frame interpolate, we're just gonna have to export this in its original FPS, just like that. And we will choose QuickTime, App ProRes 4444, and hit OK. And then we're just gonna choose like a location, and then we can just export this. I already have it, but it's a raw clip, but we always need to export the video which we want to increase the FPS in MOV. So that's the important thing. So after that, here we have the raw clip, and now we're just gonna use this clip that we got from After Effects, and now we're gonna put it into Flowframes. So Flowframes is also a good choice, whether it's like increasing FPS, and you can follow the settings to increase FPS. This is the original FPS bar, and like the second one, it's 2x. You can multiply by 2x or 3x, depends up to you. For me, I'm choosing 3x to make it like 71 FPS. And the other settings, same as like for Apple ProRes 444, and that's all you have to do. And that's it. Now we're just gonna have to interpolate, and we're just gonna have to wait for it to be done. And done. Here it is. So here we have the Flowframes file. Let's just name it as Flowframes and let's check how it looks. Look how smooth it is. In my opinion, Flowframes is better. It's a lot more better. And let's head to the next step. The next step is Topaz. Topaz uses AI to increase FPS and interpolate FPS from 23.976 to 60. For that, we're just gonna have to open Topaz and hit Untitled on the top, then choose 60. Then we're gonna choose Chronos. It's for FPS conversion. And there's also other models as well. It depends on your situation. If you want the slow-mo and all that, you can use all those. But for that, for Chronos, you have to follow these settings. Duplicate frames, replace, and just hit preview. Just wait for it. Wait for the processing to be done because it's gonna use your GPU to process all that. And look at that. It's so smooth. It's really smooth. But in my opinion, for frame interpolation, if we compare it to Flowframes is better, a lot more better than this. But yeah, actually this is good. Let's just process with Apollo. Look at that. But with Apollo, we might face some like scene detection glitches, just like this one, the little glitch. It's not that much, but you guys can do it easily. Let's just export this and hit export, and it's exporting. So in my opinion, these are the best ways to increase the FPS because many people don't know about that. So I thought to cover up in this video. So we're just gonna see the preview now. Let's see how it looks. Let's name it as Topaz and let's try and checking that. And look at that. It's really smooth without any warps. Okay, let's head to the secret tool and this is called FrameGUI. It's basically from Dagoose. They have like a channel on YouTube and they made that software. So basically you have to follow these settings and choose MOV and it basically uses your GPU. And if you have a really good GPU, you can easily convert FPS in just like seconds. And that's all you have to do. And you just need to choose like the location and you have to just click on that job and just start. And if you use that option, use AI. If you use that, it's gonna way more better because it's gonna use your AI. And you guys must have graphics, RTX, TI. If you have TI, it's gonna be a lot more better. And this one is the best ever method I have used because it's really smooth without any warps and without any glitches. So that's all for today, guys. I hope you learned something today. And by the way, thank you so much for 900k subscribers. And that's it. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.